sasa imeanza uchunguzi wa kubaini kule aliko.
Na mtazamaji, hebu sasa tuelekee pale bungeni katika bunge la seneti, ambapo kamati ya bunge hilo imeweza kuketi, na kati ya masuala ambayo yanazungumziwa ni ununuzi wa vifaa vya afya humu nchini. Twende kule moja kwa moja.
A framework, the law provides that before we release any money, there must be an appropriation. And this money is appropriated for under the Ministry of Health Development Board. The money that is in question is the Ministry of Health Development Board. It is not money that goes to the counties. As we release that money, I explained the procedure, how we release money to the national government. So this money, as we are releasing it, it is not, at the point we are releasing funds, the request has been made, it is not colored, as in this money is going to pay these specific activities. No, it is just general in the vote. We release at the vote level. Now it's up to the ministry, once they have approved the money, they apply now the funds into the various activities. So for purposes of this, the money has been appropriated. The money is contained in the CARA, which signals that this money, though being spent by the national government, but is being done on behalf of the counties. It is money that belongs to the national government, but now the services that are being procured, they are being procured for purposes of the county government in terms of utilization.
Now let's come back to the question.
Going further, as an office, we undertook to find out if there is anything that has been done. That's why we got that there are MOUs that were signed.
That is so far so good. What I'm asking you is, you saw an MOU. Did you see an agreement?
No. You
didn't. So in terms of Article 187, it was a constitutional irregularity. Because the Constitution requires, if you go to Schedule 4, health is a devolved function except policy and national referral hospitals, which are only 5. Portrees in Mombasa, Mathare Mental, Spinal Injury, Kenyatta National, and Moi Teaching and Referral. Those are the only referral hospitals envisaged in Schedule 4. So as control of budget, you don't just disburse money because it is seen in CARA. You have to go back to the Constitution. Any law that tells you to do something that is inconsistent with the Constitution is not a law as expected under the Constitution, right? So did you find an agreement between the two governments? You say no. So do we therefore agree that this expenditure was irregular under the Constitution?
Number 2, did you take an initiative to find out whether there is an agreement before you release the money?
Yes.
And not only before, even after disbursing the money to the national government, there was hue and cry about mess. Was there at any time your department has tried to look at the legality of all this process?
Chair, we did as an office. And the explanation that I've given, which I will keep on repeating, is we went to the level of establishing whether there was a framework, and we got the MOUs. The MOUs are in place.
My friend, the Constitution doesn't talk of framework.
Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
There's an MOU that is in place, and it's for provision of medical equipment and related services. I mean, really clearly, it is one that you can directly tie to the MESS program.
Now, let me ask you. We are just telling you that MOU, an agreement, is not one and the same. Ministry of Health has MOUs between county government and themselves, which clearly is illegal. They should have had an agreement. When you established they didn't have an agreement, what did you do?
Did you stop further payments?
Yes. Did you just keep on releasing the money when you know very well that the legal document is not in place?
And to add on that, to me, I tend to think that we can neither see through omission or commission. Your role also, among others, is advisory role. Having known that there was no agreement, but just a memorandum, did you do also the next role of investigation and advise the ministry accordingly? Because you may run away from the others, but it is also the role of the controller of the budget to advise government departments on proper expenditure and implementation of public funds. Having known that there was only a memorandum of understanding and not an agreement, which is a requirement from the law, but according to the Constitution, did you advise them? Did you also try to investigate the irregularity so that you could give proper evidence? So it was a gentleman agreement. And now that the whole thing has shown that, to me, it appears as the worst scandal. I don't want to hide. It's a scandal. Because what motivated all these rush without agreement? What was the motivation? What motivated the ministry to take equipment to various counties without even a baseline survey, assessment of the needs? Now the same equipment are in Nyamira, some equipment are lying idle. What motivated? You know, when you see something being rushed, when you see something, a policy coming up and being rushed to implementation and everything, there must be a question. So,
I'll add, it's like it was a dumping site. Because you dump, you get some counties, there are no staff, there's no electricity, there's no water to run the same equipment, there are no infrastructure, no facilities. It's like this equipment was somewhere and they needed to be dumped. So they decided to just dump in counties without putting into consideration the needs.
Or somebody saw an opportunity where he can reap something, then came up, rushed with everything, and instead of you advising them accordingly, that this thing will actually have a ripple effect on us, maybe you ignored your role on advisory role and investigation role. Because you don't need even funding to investigate this. You simply go around, even in the county that you come from, step to the county hospital and see the messes. You'll find so many equipment, no electricity, no staff to operate them. But why was the rush?
So can you answer the remaining questions?
Before he goes on, possibly we could also request that they, through you, submit the MOU they also saw. We could also get the MOU.
They relied on. The MOU you relied on in releasing the money.
Yeah, again, the document they presented to us is not signed from their office, and if we have to put it for records,
Yes.
let them give us signed documents.
So
Answer those, then we come to more questions.
can we conclude here
Yes.
on the issues of agreement that as far as this discussion is concerned, you release the money without ensuring that there is an agreement
As envisaged under Article 1.
as envisaged under Article 187 of the Constitution. Can we conclude at that?
I think the conclusion, in my view, I want to clarify, based on what you have said. Whenever we are releasing money, and I went through the process for release of money to the Ministry of Health, it is not money that I know is for specific, at the national government for a specific activity. I'm releasing that money against a vote. The vote for Ministry of Health Development vote may have 20 or say 100, I'm just giving an example, 100 billion.
Yeah.
So they may ask, out of the 100 billion, they want 10 billion at a time.
Yes.
We are releasing the 10 billion based on a vote. In terms of how they will apply that money at a lower level, we may not, as an office, we may not be privy. Whether that money is being requested to implement a program, a health develop, really a health facility in, say, or improve the facilities in Kenyatta, or a different program, we may not be privy because we get a consolidated.
I thought. You are kind of contradicting yourself.
Exactly.
And also confusing us, Because clearly your statement was there must be an agreement in place. And the money is expended on behalf of the county by the national government.
On the basis of that agreement?
On the basis of that agreement. I'm sure you must have done your own reporting how that money is utilized. The same way the money that is sent to the counties, you do a reporting, it was utilized for the purpose it was intended for, isn't it? Normally the reports you share with us shows, yes, we released the money, there are no structures in place, and the money was not utilized for the same purpose. That is what you do for counties, the report you normally share with us. In this particular MESS project, did you do a reporting after releasing 25.9 billion to the Ministry of Health to show that the proper structures are followed, the legal requirements are followed, and the money is utilized for the right purpose, and you have the right structures in place in terms of implementing that particular project?
The simple thing is, if the Constitution, maybe whatever, could have allowed you to release the money at loose, part of it, what about your role as an oversight? Did you follow up this money you have released and ask the ministry, oh yes, we gave you a general fort. Now where did you assign this particular money to? The ministry could have told you, we purchased the equipment for counties. Okay, I tend to think counties are independent, and in any way, there should be an agreement of consultation of this.
Hiyo hapo mtazamaji ni kamati ya bunge la seneti ambapo inazungumza kuhusiana na mabilioni ya fedha aliyoelekezwa katika wizara ya afya kwa zaidi ya bilioni 25.